Cube on Minecraft. Color Theory, The Conspiracy. A co-author corner original comedy documentary. Co-author Philamena Cube. Tonight, we investigate one of Minecraft's most baffling conspiracies. Color theory. A system so confusing that Mojang insists Magenta is real, even though experts can't agree whether it exists, and even though we can clearly see it. Which raises the question, is seeing something proof it exists? If so, who is that woman who keeps stealing my face and copying me in the bathroom mirror? If I can see her, does that not make her real? And how does she always replace her toothbrush on the exact same day I do? These are the conspiracies Mojang doesn't want us asking. Let's begin with a simple truth. Blue and yellow makes green. Everyone knows this, except Mojang, apparently. Because when I try to mix blue and yellow, I get nothing. Yet blue and red makes purple. Red and yellow makes orange. So what's wrong with yellow? Is Mojang scared we'll mix yellow? Or is red secretly unlocking color theory at the molecular level? Or are we asking the wrong questions? Flowers, Mojang's natural color sources. If Mojang won't let us mix the colors we already have, then we must turn to nature specifically. Flowers. Flowers are Minecraft's way of saying, we don't trust you with basic color theory. So here's a plan. Good luck. Each flower produces a specific dye, as if Mojang looked at a field of wildflowers and decided they should all be tiny paint factories. But the real conspiracy isn't that flowers make color. It's which flowers make which colors, and where Mojang hides them. Some flowers only grow in certain biomes. Some appear in suspiciously large quantities, as if Mojang is trying to distract us from the fact that yellow refuses to mix unless red personally supervises. And tucked among all this color are the magenta flowers. The ones Mojang claims are perfectly normal, even though experts describe them as optical lies. To uncover the truth, we must investigate the flowers themselves, where they grow, what colors they produce, and why Mojang thinks this is a normal system instead of a botanical cover-up. Our investigation begins in the biomes. Minecraft's biomes are vast, colorful, and full of creatures who did not consent to being part of this documentary. But each biome contains clues, floral evidence, that reveals how Mojang distributes color across the world. In the plains, flowers grow everywhere. Dandelions for yellow, poppies for red. It's almost too normal. Which of course means it's suspicious. In the flower forest, Mojang gives us every flower imaginable, except the ones we actually need. It's a rainbow of explosion, a botanical rave, a place where bees go to gossip. In the swamp, we find blue orchids. Blue, a color that mixes with red to make purple, but refuses to mix with yellow, because yellow apparently has trust issues. In the taiga, the lily of the valley produces white dye. White, the color Mojang lets us mix with green to make lime, even though yellow should do that if color theory made any sense, which it doesn't. In the meadows, cornflowers. Blue again, arguably one of nature's rarest colors. Yet Mojang gives us so much blue, you'd think they were trying to hide something. And finally, the savanna and desert. Almost no flowers, which is strange, because this is where Mojang hides the only ingredient for green dye, a color they use consistently but refuse to let us make normally. Almost as if they want green to be a test of skill, suffering, and questionable life choices. To understand the full conspiracy, we must follow the trail into the desert, and what we find there raises even more questions. To understand Mojang's obsession with making green dye as difficult as humanly possible, we must enter the desert, a place where the living dead walk in broad daylight, and everything is beige. First, you must collect a cactus, which I'm sure, yep, that hurt. You punch it, one piece of cactus per die, so I hope you don't need a lot, or you might mistake your own hands for porcupines. Once you arrive, Mojang expects you to tame a camel, a useless mob, a creature so slow it makes snails look, well, aerodynamic. And like magenta being a real color, the camel being a desert animal is also a myth. Camels actually originated in North America around 40 to 50 million years ago. Mojang looked at that fact and said, "Perfect, put it in the desert." Now that we've ridden our slow camel home, we can finally use our precious coal to cook green dye, because apparently the only way to make green is to put a cactus in a furnace and hope for the best. All this just to make green dye. After everything we've seen, the flowers, the biomes, the camel who definitely shouldn't exist, and the cactus, we're forced to cook. One question remains. Why is Minecraft's color theory like this? Mojang gives us blue. Mojang gives us yellow. But Mojang refuses to let them be together, like two star-crossed lovers separated by a crafting table and poor design choices. Maybe Mojang is hiding something. Maybe color theory in Minecraft is a carefully constructed illusion, designed to distract us from the truth about camels and the suspiciously stab-happy cactus. Or maybe, and this is the most troubling possibility, Mojang simply never took a single art class. In the end, we are left with more questions than answers. Why does yellow refuse to mix? Why does red unlock everything? Why does cooking a cactus make dye? And who is that woman in my mirror replacing her toothbrush on the exact same day I do? Perhaps we will never know. But one thing is certain. In Minecraft, color theory is not a science. It is a warning. A warning that some colors are earned through suffering. Some colors are invented out of spite. And some colors, like green, require a camel, a furnace, and a complete disregard for everything we thought we understood. And I still do not understand why I can't fill a bottle with water and then put a daisy in it on the center of my table. This has been Minecraft Color Theory, The Conspiracy. I'm Philamena Cube, and I'm still not convinced magenta is real.